Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and welcome back to an Overwatch video. Oh yes, so we've got some news here to cover. Now, Paris is live on the live servers. It's no longer on PTR. So that means we've got a new Assault map. I know Assault is everybody's favourite game mode and everybody wanted to see another Assault map, but there you go. Paris is out and actually, you know, we played on this on the PTR and it looks okay, it feels okay. It just feels like it's probably going to be more of a like a tank heavy or a tank favored map, just because the first point seems to be quite easy for tank heavy comps to push on. But we're gonna have to wait and see how that plays out. We're gonna have to play it, you know, in competitive and all of that good stuff to even try and work out what's going on. Then hopefully we'll see it in Overwatch League, probably in stage 2, so like in 4 or 5 weeks from now, and then we'll get to see the pros play on the map. However, let's go over what is in this update, because we've covered a ton of this stuff in a lot of videos, but now it's live, right? So all of these videos we've made like honestly like a month ago, because it's been 4 weeks I think on PTR, this map, which is a long time. Now, first things first, bit disappointed because there's no developer update. There's like, again, there's nothing, like there's just, there you go guys, here's the map. Get on with it. And it's like, well, what's actually going on, guys? It'd be nice to know what Blizzard are working on, you know, what Team 4 are working on, and all of that stuff. But we still kind of don't really know. Anyway, let's take a look at what's actually happened here. I'm not going to put this on the screen, because frankly, it's bloody boring just sticking text on the screen. I'm going to read to you guys what this, well, just basically explain what's going on. All right, so obviously we've got Paris, that's good. Now we've got the hero updates. And the big one here is we've got the non-recoverable health, shields, and armor are now consumed before recoverable health. And the dev notes on this are, in Overwatch, a health type order determines the prioritization of subtracting health, shield, or armor types when a hero takes damage. For example, if a hero has recoverable shields and takes damage, the damage taken will diminish the recoverable shield before it subtracts from their recoverable health. Previously, it was possible for heroes' recoverable shields to be prioritized for damage and regeneration, allowing their non-recoverable armor to persist. So what this means, for me to like explain this in like English, ladies and gentlemen, is Zen no longer has armor above, underneath his shields, right? So Zen's got shields, Zen's got HP. If Zen was given armor, that armor from Brigitte would go underneath his shield. So his regenerating shields would take damage first, then they'd come back, the armor wouldn't. Now, armor will take damage before the shields. This is massive, because what this means is Brig is massively nerfed again. Anybody who tells you that Brig isn't nerfed as a result of this is honestly crazy. So she's nerfed even more. So look at the Brig nerfs. We've got and these are from recent patches as well. So her ultimate no longer just leaves the armor on you. It will dissipate after 30 seconds. Her armor will now immediately start taking damage as soon as she applies it to targets like, such as Zen, for example. So it means even with her armor pack on, or repair pack on a target, or her ultimate on a target, the armor is going to get stripped away first. It will not hide underneath Zarya's shields. It will not hide underneath Zen's shields or Symmetra's shields. It will just get burnt off. So this is actually another nerf to Brig. Will this be enough to stop her being played all of the time in tank comps? We don't know. I'm hoping that probably it will be, but I think the way Overwatch League is going, we're seeing a lot of team comps that revolve, like there's some teams, Spitfire, that can't really play goats. So what they're trying to do is play like a DPS hybrid goat, and they'll put in heroes like Sombra, and they'll put in other DPS heroes to try and play around it, in which case those heroes can in some cases play around the Brig. But it's like, Brig is still a bit of an issue, but this is another massive nerf to Brig. So that's a huge thing with this update. It means Brig is nerfed even more, and it now means that armor goes above essentially all other types of health. Now, there are a load of other updates as well. The game browser and custom games have been updated, so players can appoint lobby ownership to other players in custom games. You couldn't do this before. It's a bit crazy that it's taken like 3 years to get this, right? But it means that now you can transfer ownership. This is really good for pro teams that are trying to scrim, and maybe you want to change the owner of the lobby without having to remake the lobby over again and again and again. So this is good. Again, it's a silly thing that probably should have been done years ago. There are a load of bug fixes. So the arcade, there was a bug in Mystery Heroes that caused the HUD to display an unspecified notification. Yeah, so that's been fixed. They fixed a bug that caused heroes to use behind you voice line if affected by a damage over time ability. Okay, so that's probably actually pretty good, because, you know, it would be nice if there were actually people behind us when that went off. So Ashe has had a bunch of fixes. In fact, a lot of heroes, so Ashe, Diva, Hanzo, Junkrat, Mei, Reaper, Reinhardt, Soldier, Symmetra have all had a ton of bug fixes. So Ashe, she's had a bug fix that prevents the lit fuse on Ashe's dynamite from being visible if it was deflected by Genji, and a bug that caused Mercy or Anna to see a skull hit marker on their screen if they were healing Ashe when she detonated a dynamite. and a bug that caused the lever on Ash's rifle to slip out of her hands when she used the flourish emote, and fixed the bug that caused Ash's rifle to glow significantly brighter when hit with Anna's nano boost, and fixed the bug that causes Ash's reload to cancel if she used the hello emote. And Diva, the bug was being visible to teammates if her junker or scavenger skins were equipped, which was, well, I mean, that's actually fixed the bug that prevented Diva from being visible to teammates if her junker or scavenger skins were equipped. Okay, and fixed the bug that prevented the flags on Diva's mech from animating during her lying around highlight intro if her junker or scavenger skins were equipped. Alright, so I'm not going to go over these, guys. There's loads of them. I'll link them in the video description. There's also some changes to the hero gallery. There's changes to the game browser and the custom games. Like I said, you can now assign owners, but now there's other things which have been added to that. Things like fix the bug that prevented players from using the word support in the game browser, which is, yeah, okay. And fix the bug that causes player backfill to become a spectator if a group leader rejoined after the match. You know, it's kind of boring stuff, right? Links to all of this is in the video description. So the big thing is, we've got this map, right? This is Paris. And, I mean, I don't know what I was hoping for, right? I knew we were going to get Paris. I know that we're coming up to the Archives event, which will obviously be the next big thing for Overwatch. Now, obviously, we're living in the world of Apex Legends now. At least I am, right? I know not all of you guys play Apex Legends, but I have had a mega blast playing that game. In fact, I feel really rusty playing Overwatch. You can probably tell in this video clip. It's been a while since I played. I've decayed down to 3K on all of my accounts, which is like, that tells you how long. I mean, I haven't touched ranked for like over a week. Well, I mean, it's like 2 weeks probably. Pretty bad. But yeah, like, I just want that. I want that spice. I want that that draw to bring me back to this game to say, Sty, bang, here you go. Let's go. Get stuck into it. I just, like, you know, I could be here all day and go over all of the things that I'd like to see. You know, I'd like to see the ability to have some sort of way to form a team where we can go in and say, hey, I want to play DPS this time, but I want to be matched with 2 people who play tanks and 2 people who play supports and another flex DPS. Let's go, guys. That would be great. You know, we always have an amazing time playing Overwatch when we get to do what we want and when we're in a team that works together. Now, I know this is like an impossible task, and I'm sure the devs are sitting there like, oh my God, what the hell, you know, everybody's moaning about team comps. We can't, like, just give you teams. It'd take too long for, I don't know, matchmaking to happen if everyone was sitting in 6 stacks. But the thing is, right, I used to think this way before when it came to communication and toxicity in Overwatch. And I know Jeff has made some comments recently about the Apex Legends ping system, which I believe some people were saying that Jeff is that's gonna be introduced into Overwatch, and that's absolutely not the case. And by the way, what happened to my corpse there? But the thing with this is, I just accepted it as part of the game. I was like, well, okay, it can't be fixed because, well, 6 people coming together, people try and insta-lock heroes, then people don't want to talk to each other. If you're playing in Europe, it's even worse, it's all different languages. And then Apex Legends comes along. And now I've got to admit, Jeff is correct in what he said, saying that, okay, a system like that works really well in Apex because there's, like, engagements happen over long distances. You're not necessarily spamming stuff constantly all the time. You know, you're just locating enemies. In Overwatch, they said they used it in an earlier build of the game. In fact, they built a ping system, but it was way too spammy. But the thing is, like, I don't know, like, I feel like there's got to be some way of making Overwatch a more pleasurable place, right? Which sounds really weird, but like a place which is going to be a happier place to go and play. Because I feel, and I don't know whether this is just me inventing these stats or it's just like my bias towards this train of thought or whatever. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this. But I feel like I can play 10 games of Overwatch and 8 of them will be, like, not great, but 2 will be amazing. But other games, I feel like I can just play them and then every time it's great because I get to do what I want, you know what I mean? Which might be me being selfish, I don't know. Overwatch is a team game and it's, like, probably the most intense team, well, it's definitely the most intense team FPS game out there. So it's always going to suffer with these issues. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, guys, this patch is live right now. Paris is out. The big armor nerf is out. And also, Brig, well, yeah, she is in a bad place. But then it's Brig, right? So I don't know. All right, guys. I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa, and also it's the same on Instagram. And I will catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you've stayed this long watching the video, thank you for all the support you've given the channel recently. We've actually broke the sub record on the channel. I think we're doing extremely well for views and all of that stuff as well, which is really good, because I was a little bit hesitant. I was like, okay, if I start making videos on another game, is this going to be like, oh God, we hate Sty sort of thing? And really, I've made daily videos on Overwatch for over 3 years, which is pretty insane when I think about it. So just like having the chance and you guys giving me the chance to make videos on another game as like I think it's given me like a much needed breath of fresh air. Anyway, thank you guys for the support, and I'll keep doing my best to bring you guys awesome videos. Catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.